So, hey, John here, daytime of days down the bottom. Again, people in apartment 4 are gone, so these freaking knuckleheads have taken over. A guy in a gold car keeps showing up here, and every time he does, all hell breaks loose. You can smell pot smoke downstairs, loud talking, scream talking. I'm talking like at the top of their lungs. It's usually over in that area. So if they have a kitchen table and chairs over in that area, wherever underneath my closet, that's where they usually, or a couch or something. But yesterday, at some point, I forget when it was, like 8, 10 o'clock, maybe, I forget. Scream talking, pounding, throwing furniture around, boom, 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 to the point where I had to yell, I'm calling the cops. Then it got quiet. So today I just woke up, and this is my first cup of coffee since waking up. I'm almost done that. But I went out to make that. Kaboom! Underneath, out in the middle room here, underneath me. So I went out and finished making my coffee. I didn't say nothing. I didn't holler, but I'm waiting for it to start up now. I can't see. The sun, it's too sunny out there for me to see. The light, it kills my eyes. So I don't know if they're home, but there's definitely somebody down there. And again, this is every night of the week that the girl in apartment 4 ain't home. So I'm starting to think they were in on this all together because they usually take turns. If she ain't home, they screw up. Can you hear them downstairs knocking? It sounds like some. Hear them? Now they're underneath me directly. Boom, 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 boom. I am going to end up having to call Children and Youth. I have their number. I did try calling once and leaving a message. The phone cut me off to finish the message to give my phone number, but I'm going to definitely get in touch with somebody from Children and Youth. Again, there's children involved downstairs. They're smoking weed in the presence of children, them little underdeveloped brains. God only knows what that pharmaceutical weed is doing to their brains. And Friday, I went to leave the building to go to the store, and the girl and her child, I don't know who was behind the girl, but I got them both on camera. And no sooner I closed the front door, brrr, they were down the steps and out, but I had turned at that point and faced my camera toward the door to show that the kid came out behind me, and so did she, looking all around like she was waiting for somebody. I actually set my garbage down, turned around, and filmed them because I wanted to see who was, chasing me down the steps so much. So I don't know if she was doing that to try to intimidate me, or they heard me leaving and, they think I'm afraid. I don't know what it is. But I cover my ass. I have a camera that I carry around my neck. It's hanging over there underneath my coat. I could take you and show you. But I have cameras everywhere, everywhere. There isn't a place I don't go other than my bathroom that doesn't have a camera. The only place it doesn't is my bathroom, unless I set it on the floor to hear their antics. But there's my camera. And it has a screen on it. It's just like a dash cam. This loops for 45 minutes, so I can walk to the store and back at the time it loops. So it captures my whole trip to the store. Because it doesn't take me 45 minutes to walk a block and a half down the street, do a little shop, and check out and come home. So I can usually catch it all in one loop. Anywho, and it'll loop in 15-minute intervals, 25-minute intervals, I think, 45, 35, and 45, I think. Something like that. So I got to set it on the highest setting. But I've got cameras just about everywhere watching everything. I have a camera behind me up there watches me all night long. So you can hear what I'm doing, see what I'm doing. It's a trail cam, but it also takes night vision and HD quality videos. And it'll take pictures too. I can have it set for every, I think, 5, 10, and 15-second or 28-second intervals. It'll snap a picture of whoever's in my apartment. So if I leave here and somebody comes in and they start rooting around stuff, it'll, it's like a nanny cam. I have cameras everywhere. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know what they're trying to prove downstairs. Like they're trying to get me to move out. But the more they try that stuff, the more I'm determined to stay. I turned my TVs down for them. The reason I had them turned up a little bit on the volume was to drown out their noise. They are the loudest people I ever heard. Now, their noise doesn't bother me. But since they want to take it to that level, and they want to be assholes about it, and they smoke pot around their kids and all the other crap they're doing, I'm saying something about it. They're the loudest people you could ever imagine. They stomp, they scream talk, they slam furniture around. I've been recording it. They hammer at different times of the night and day with a hammer. With a hammer. I've got this several times on video. From what I'm being told is after the inspection, the landlord's going to address the issues of what's going on in the building. So hopefully he gets to address them downstairs with the schmack heads before I have to turn them into children and youth. Because at this point, I really don't care. I'm going to turn them in anyway, one way or another. Whether I have to get out of here, whether I stay here. If it continues, they're getting turned in. So that's where I'm at this point. But he needs to, the one that's causing most of the problems is she lives in apartment 4 in the back here. And I guarantee you, she's the one stirring the pot downstairs too. They're all in on it, involved in it. Do you understand what I mean? And it all boils down to, they want to turn this into a crack den and deal drugs out of here. Or have their friends come and go as they please and smoke it up like it's a Cheech and Chong party every other night. Well, I'm not P. Diddy and I don't throw parties. I'm an older gentleman and I live here. I should have the right to peace, quiet, respect. Do you understand what I mean? If you're not getting any of them, the same things I'm giving them back, well, they can kiss my white ass, excuse my language, but here comes children and youth. So they better expect that. So I'm going to upload this video, and there's reasons, many reasons. A friend of mine and his wife stopped by for Memorial Day, not this past one, but the last one, two Memorial Days ago. And when I first moved in, and there was kids playing on the steps. When a homeless man was peeing and pooping down at the bottom of the steps. Now, they didn't turn it in, and neither did the girl in apartment 4. I turned it into the landlord when I eventually smelled it, saw it, you know what I mean, leaving the building. I don't leave the building every day, so it could have been sitting there for a week or two, for all I know, before I went out. But the kids were playing in the hallway while they were tracking that up and down the steps, and they didn't seem to care. They didn't seem to care that the kids were playing, and a homeless person who could have had AIDS, who could have had hepatitis C's, pee and poop. So I have witnesses. I think my buddy even took a picture or a video of the little girl or little boy sitting on the steps playing. So they're putting their kids out in the hallway to play while they're in there smoking weed. I guess sometimes during the day. They smoke it at night too. So I guarantee you, if children and youth or the police or anybody would come take a hair sample, even a sample off their clothes, dirty clothes, I guarantee you they're going to get the THC off their clothes. Now, the last time I checked, even if they legalize marijuana, the last time I checked, you're not allowed to throw booze parties around children that young. This kid's probably 2 years old, 2.5 years old. Who's taking care of that kid while you're getting blitzed? You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I've informed Carson Valley Children's Aid about it over and over numerous times, so they're well aware of it. So they're not reporting it, which they should by law. I reported it to the landlord numerous times, audio, video, phone call, and yeah, nothing's being done about it. So here we sit. So I'm going to upload this video and just see what happens. All right, and this is mostly my downstairs neighbors this video is about, but I'm fed up with their crap. They are going to get children and youth called on them pretty shortly here.